and we
It shows live.
we are live. Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah. Okay. So let us start. Now, please tell me your full name and your position and role at HP.
Okay. Well, I am Rogerio Perez. I'm located in São Paulo, Brazil. And my role, I'm a customer advocacy manager for HP's top market accounts. So I'm an enabler for growth and stability, maturity, and innovation of our key accounts, responsible for building and maintaining the relationship and partnering with the executive levels.
Excellent. That was great, except that at the beginning you looked sideways. So if you could give me that again, you can even keep it shorter if you can, and just
Okay.
from the beginning look directly at the lens.
Okay. Let's go again then. I am Rogerio Perez. I'm reaching you from started over your recording, so I might do that, right? It's not. It's written live, but it's being recorded. It's not quite live, right? We don't have audience.
Yeah, of course, no. You'll see it before it goes live, before it goes to the public. It just says live, but it means we're recording.
Okay, so I am Rogerio Perez from São Paulo, Brazil. I am a customer advocacy manager for HP's top market accounts. So my function is to enable the growth for stability, maturity, and innovation for our accounts, building and maintaining the relationship with their executive levels.
Excellent. That was great. Just could you give me the last bit, because I had a sound problem. Maybe it's because of the bandwidth. So you said that you were responsible for...
I'm responsible for enabling growth and maturity, stability and innovation for our key accounts, building and maintaining the relationship, partnering with their executive levels.
That's excellent. Thank you. Now, I am not an IT expert, so if you could, how would you describe what you do in simple terms? I'll give you an example. Another HP employee told me that what he does is something like being a firefighter, that he was working in marketing and sales, so he referred to it, he gave me, you know, a metaphor from another profession. So do you have something like that? Could you describe it?
Yes. I can consider myself like a relationship manager. So I need to go to the customers, understand their need, and ensure the allocation of the proper resources for the required outcomes. So it's more like a relationship manager.
I see, that's great, but just the look again was sideways. So if you could give me that and look straight into the camera.
Okay. My role works like a relationship manager. So when engaging to the customer, I need to be aligned with the customer needs to ensure the proper allocation and finding the resources within HP.
Excellent. Something went wrong with the light at your side? The light is the same as it was before? Because it suddenly got...
You know what happened? I just realized it. I might be... Let me just change the cables here because I might be connected in Wi-Fi. I just realized that.
Oh, so that's why I have a sound sync problem, because your video and audio are not in sync. Maybe it's because of that.
Hello, I'm back. Seems to be, it's likely to get better now because I get a more strong, reliable connection.
Yeah, I can see that on the video. Now the audio and the video is working in sync. So if you don't mind, I'll take you back and record again the beginning so that I'll have the perfect video, okay? So let's do the introduction again. Let's do the your name and position at HP.
Okay, I'm back again. I don't know what happens.
Just a second. Just a second. There's something wrong here. Let's see. Okay, now I'm seeing you. Yeah, could you speak? Say 1, 2.
Yeah. Yes,
okay.
I'm here.
So we're working.
Okay,
let's do it from the top. Yeah.
My name is Rogerio Perez. I'm from São Paulo, Brazil, and I'm a customer advocacy manager for HP's top accounts. I'm an enabler for growth and stability, maturity, and innovation of our accounts, building and maintaining the relationship with their executive levels. It's like a relationship manager where I need to understand the customer demand and look for the proper resources within HP to achieve the proper required outcomes.
Excellent. Now, could you take 5 or 10 centimeters back? Just close to the camera. Yeah, like this, and let's do it one more time, please.
Sure. My name is Rogerio Perez. I'm from São Paulo, Brazil, and I'm a customer advocacy manager for HP's top market accounts. I'm an enabler for growth, stability, maturity, and innovation of our customers, building and maintaining the relationship with the executive levels. It works like a relationship manager where I need to understand the customer needs and find the proper resources within HP to achieve the required outcomes.
Excellent. Okay, so we covered the first 2 things. So now, I'd like to ask you, how did you start out in HP? I mean, I read a little bit about you that you did everything but work in IT, and you've been a pilot, you've been other things. So if you could keep it short, but do please tell me, you know, a little story about yourself. I first did this, then I did that, then I did that. And of course, you've had, I guess you've had a few roles at HP. So if you could, you know, pass between them, that would be great. Just remember to keep your look straight into the camera. Yeah.
Okay, it's because you're here, but when I look to the camera, I'll be looking there. No worries.
Yeah, sorry about that, but we have to keep it straight to the camera.
No problems. So let's go for it. I'm going to talk a little bit my story of HP, and if it's not quite what we're working, we work it again. I am celebrating 11 years of HP now. I am originally from Mercury. I'm one of the company startup members in my country from Mercury. And since the acquisition, I have been engaged with HP software activities related to support and after sales. But I can say most of my career in IT are related to customer support.
I see, but that's great. And
more private life?
Yeah, a little bit before that. How did you start? What were you before you started out in HP? And then lead me into your work at HP and your different roles inside the company, if you had different roles. Or if you had only this role, just say, and then I became this specific role.
Okay, okay. So talking about a little bit, oh, let me mute here my Outlook because my appointments are going. Let me close my Outlook, hold on.
Okay.
Done. Okay. So talk about what I did before HP. I'm a technology person, in fact. I've been always working with technology since very early. I've been setting up computers and working, helping and configuring stuff. And I've always worked in big multinational technology companies. As for HP, my origin comes from Mercury, where I was one of the company startup members for my country. And this year, I'm celebrating 11 years of HP. Since the acquisition, I have been engaged with support and after sales activity. I became the local leader and focal point for software support. That was before I reached my current position as a customer advocacy manager.
Excellent. That was great. Now, just to check, we are not on Wi-Fi anymore, right?
Not on Wi-Fi anymore.
Excellent. Okay. So, now, was there? I guess because you've changed many roles, I guess there was some motivation behind your career changes, your different role changes. Could you elaborate a little bit about that? Tell us about what motivated you to change things?
Sure, sure. I am a person who likes to be challenged. My motivations are the challenges. I have a very quick rhythm pace. I gotta be always multitasking, otherwise I get easily bored. So every time I'm taken out of my comfort zone and a challenge is given to me, my eyes just shine in motivation. So those were the main points for growing in my career at HP, what I had the chance to get out of my comfort zone and get a new challenge.
Excellent. Another HP employee I talked with emphasized the flexibility as a key in maintaining not only interest, but also a form of survival in HP. I mean, he always emphasized that being flexible and open to change is something important. How would you, what's your point of view on that?
I totally agree that these changes are necessary for our growth. It's like HP is doing with the market, always understanding where technology goes, where to innovate, where to invent. We got to do the same with our careers, with our life. So this change is part of our growth. If we don't, anything that doesn't change shrinks and die. And that's the same thing with our life and with our career. So I really appreciate a company that follows this mindset that allows me also to be flexible, and being flexible also assists you when you have to quickly adjust yourself to a new situation.
Excellent. How did HP assist you with your career goals? I see that the screen is shaking. Is that the table you're sitting on? Something, the camera is a bit shaky. No, right now it's okay.
No, so
That's
probably,
fine.
okay.
That's perfect.
Probably was something wrong here. Sorry about that. So your question, you wanted me to explain a little bit about how HP assisted me in my career goals.
Yeah.
HP has extremely talented executives and also the high level management. And HP encourages a lot the concepts of mentoring and coaching. So it's very interesting and motivating when you get engaged with such executive and experienced people to learn from them and to get mentored by them. And this is something that HP incentives a lot. And I would say that this is the most important part about what was different in HP on my career assistance, the good examples I see.
That's great. Could you elaborate on one example in particular that had a mark on you?
Well, I never had a manager that hesitated when I needed to bring them in front of a customer with a tough situation. And we see that our senior managers, they don't run out of the battle. They just jump into the battle and show how it's done. They don't ask you to do, they show it how it's done. And learning from these people, learning at a customer, at an angry customer meeting, to be there with an executive and see how these people handles the situation, handles the problems, and goes around the challenge that the customer puts for us. It's inspiring because you can learn a lot from them.
Excellent. Um, is there something that you would describe as, let's say, HP mentality or HP culture? I know that it's a multinational enterprise, so that might not exist. But in your opinion, is there something like that?
I didn't get quite your question. You mean like the HP's concept, the line of thought, something like this?
Is there something that you would describe as an HP way of doing things, like HP mentality?
Yes, okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. There are two sides of HP mentalities that I like. One of them is the innovation. We invent what will be the future, and it's very amusing to live and to see that. So I like the invention and innovation that HPs present. And also at HP, I adopted in my relationship with my customers one of HP's philosophy, that is the taking care of your customer. So you got to take care of your customer, understand their needs, and see what else they need from you. So when I started asking to my customer, what else can I do for you? Which is part of HP's mentality. You don't run away from the problems. You just go there and look in their eyes and say, what else can I do for you? That really changes everything in the relationship. And there is something that I learned from HP's way of.
That's Yeah, that's great. Let's just have this last bit. If you could fix it, in your think about it for a moment, and then just say the last bit. And that's something that
Yes, HP HP way always incentivates you to take care of your customer. And there is something very strategic that I learn when I get to my customer, look in their eyes and ask, what else do you need? That's a really change of plans. Things change from there and you start a new relationship. And I could learn this from HP way.
excellent. Um, just one sec. I understand that you've been with HP for 11 years, right?
Yes.
So I guess you've grown inside the company, as you've just said. So could you tell us a little bit about HP as a place to grow in?
As a place to grow, you mean not as career, but you mean as a place to grow, right?
Exactly, as a personal development on that
Mhm.
level.
Yeah, I consider myself very passionate to technology. Maybe some people can call me a geek. And there is something that amuses me when working for HP. As I mentioned before, I always worked for big multinational technology companies. And it's very satisfying working in a company who historically always guided humanity through the technology innovation. So it's good to see that we are using and inventing the technology that is going to be part of humanity's future. So for a person with such passion for technology that I got, it's very satisfying to see the developers inventing, to see that we are creating state-of-art technologies, and I can say that there will be nobody else, nowhere else better to be.
Excellent, but you looked down. You didn't look at the camera. I'm sorry. So
Okay,
you looked
okay,
a little bit down. So if you could look straight at the lens and say, so you don't have to repeat the exact same words. Just
okay, okay,
just whatever you feel like, but look straight at the camera.
okay. I consider myself a person very passionate to technology. Some people would call me a geek. And this is the good part of working for HP. HP invented good part of the technologies that humanity uses nowadays. They invented most of the technologies that we're going to be using in the future. And see such thing being developed and being created in front of our eyes, it's very amusing. It's very satisfying for a person with such passion for technology as I am. So I don't see myself anywhere else to be.
Excellent. Um, if you were just starting out in HP, is there something that you would do differently?
That's a good question. If I started right now, if there was something that I would do differently, yes, I would do differently. If I would be starting now, I would earlier in my career starting to give attention to the balance of my life. I used to be a person in the beginning very anxious and very scared of the problems that showed up. And HP got a different pace. HP got methodologies and processes to assist over that. So I would be less concerned and more observative if I was starting in HP now. It's something that I learned along the years, but that is something that I wanted to have learned before.
Excellent. So if that's the thing, I would can I ask you to give this as a tip for a newcomer? Could you rephrase that and say what I
Yes.
would recommend to people?
What I would recommend for a person who would be starting right now at HP is to really understand and look the processes and don't get scared with the problems and challenges that will be presented to you. HP has processes to assist you and tools that are available to you to make things work with less concerns. So get to understand better the tools you get and the processes you get before overreacting over new situations. And that is an advice that I wish I had received before. I learned it along the years, but I wish I had before.
Excellent. That was great. Um, you would you say that something has changed over the years that you are with HP?
Absolutely, absolutely. Everything changes. HP is a company that every 2 years, I don't know if this is appropriate, but every 2 years you get a new manager, and this is something that allows you to keep changing the way you do things, and also the strategies along the way. It changes a lot. So I work with the technology, the software area, and working with the software area, we have frequent changes. Every year or so, HP is acquiring a new company and merging a new software and integrating a new solution. And our portfolio, it's every new quarter is different to be presented to our customers. So the changes are frequent, and we got to be learning how to deal with that.
Great. Could you tell us a little bit about your work philosophy?
My work philosophy. Okay, well, uh, I believe. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about my work philosophy and how I balance things. I think balance would be the good word for work philosophy. Uh, Thinking about customers, my work philosophy is to communicate and take care. So I learned that when you get presented by a challenge, by a problem, customer issue, most of the times you need to understand better what's going on, and you need to understand the customer really need, plan, develop an action plan, and present this to the customer. So if you cover the communication, which includes a little bit of psychology sometimes, you get like 50% of your issue gone. You know? And I would say the other part would be on the taking care. So if you ask me, are you telling that most of the technical issues are not really technical? Maybe I see that most of the issues can be covered by a good care and communication and understanding, assessing, planning, and presenting to your customer. So that's my work philosophy: communicate and take care of the customer.
Excellent, just excellent. I would like it if you could compress that a little bit. I really liked the part about the need to understand where the customer is coming from, I mean, psychologically. So if you could do this, just what you said, a little bit shorter, if you could do that, that would be perfect.
Let's go for it. So, my work philosophy is communicating and taking care. So for working with after sales and support for almost 20 years now, I understood that most of the problems that our customers are facing has a majority of communication and understanding gaps. So we gotta assess the issue, understand the issue, make an action plan, and present this to the customer. So part of the communication is a little bit of psychology, and the rest will be covered by taking care of your customers. Not necessarily a technical issue. The technical part will be your solution, but communicating properly and taking care of your customer properly will let you get there.
Great. Now, a little bit personal. How do you, if at all, how do you balance life and work?
Well, that's that's a tough one. That's a tough.
Most people say they don't, just so that you know.
No, I do. I do. No, I would be lying if I don't say that. That's part of what I told you, that I had to learn to be more calm and not so desperate.
Yeah.
But I
yeah.
the techniques I use to balance my personal life with work.
Excuse me. There was an audio problem, so if you could repeat that.
Sure.
And look straight into the camera. Thank you.
My strategy to balance my personal life with work is believing that let me start it over. Gonna start it over.
Go ahead. Go. Take your time.
For balancing my personal life with work, I believe that one of the keys is called having a health life. Because if you live a health life, you're gonna bring your self-health to the work, healthy relationship, healthy conquers. So I like to wake up early, exercise. Sometimes I go swimming, sometimes I go jogging, but I like to prepare my body and my mind for my day ahead. And finding this balancing and having this health life was the way that I could reach this proper equilibrium.
Excellent.
Could I
Excellent.
say
Yeah, I'd love it if you could. I mean, the things you said were perfect, but if you could, you know, just say it again in your own words.
My strategy for balancing my personal life with work is working with a healthy life. I believe that one of the keys is living a healthy life that will bring you healthy work, healthy relationships, and healthy conquers. So I like to wake up early, exercise, get my body and my mind prepared for the day that I have ahead. And that's one of the keys that I found that allowed me to balance my personal life with work. Healthy life means a healthy job, healthy work, health.
Great. I can certainly relate to that on a personal note.
It's different when you allow yourself to do that. It's so different.
Yeah, exactly. It changes everything. I guess my next question is a bit of a repetition on things you just said. But if you have something new, maybe I'll just ask it. Could you tell me a little bit about your personal outlook on life and how does that fit in with your career?
It's really related. Yes, my personal life goes along with this balance of a healthy life. And the advice I would give would be take care of your health, take care of your hobbies, spend time with your loved ones, and find time for that. You do have time for that, so use it. You gotta find a balance, and that's what I do to fit my personal life with my career.
That's great, but you looked a little bit below the camera.
Okay, I
Sorry.
see. And the next time I'm gonna put the camera down. So if I look down, I'm just gonna put the camera down all the time. So I'm talking about my personal outlook, right? You said personal outlook in
How
life.
does that fit in with your work?
Okay. So on my personal outlook on life and how does that fit in my career? Again, care about your health, care about your personal life. So find some time to spend with your loved ones. Find some time to do your hobbies and take care of yourself.
Excellent. Um, what do you enjoy most in your job?
In my job,
Yeah,
okay. Uh, Let me think. Okay,
just
well,
sorry, just keep looking straight into the camera because I see when you're thinking, you're looking a little bit.
down. Yeah, okay.
You're
Uh,
with your eyes, not with your head. You look with your eyes a little bit down. Now you're looking straight into the camera. That's great.
like that, okay, because I found an answer here in my head, so I'm gonna be looking straight to the camera.
Okay.
What I enjoy most of my job are the continuous changes and challenges. There's not a single day like each other, and as I said before, I'm very motivated with challenges.
Sorry for breaking you up, but if you could skip saying as you said before, because when we're editing, sometimes we play with it.
Why not?
So, so
Uh,
we don't really know that you said it before. So just say it straight without saying as
that
if
I
we didn't speak about it before.
okay, like that. That's the only answer I would be giving.
Yeah,
Got it. What I most enjoy about my job are the continuous challenges and surprising changes that we have every day. Not a single day is like the other. I believe if I had a job that every day was like the other, I would be easily bored. But I'm a person very motivated by challenges. So everybody got new challenge, I get very motivated, and that's what I like most of my job. There's not a single day like each other.
excellent. Um, uh, 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 just a second. Okay, so is there anything that looking back on those 11 years at HP, is there how would you describe the experience? Like I'm sure that I understand that it was a good one, but I guess it's been a big part of your life. So is there some way that you would describe it for someone who didn't know that you work at HP?
I didn't get your question, sorry.
I mean, let's say I'm a filmmaker myself. So if you would ask me how would you describe your career so far. So I would say it's been like a wild ride. It's totally different than anything that anyone can imagine. I mean, you deal with, sometimes you have fun. Sometimes it's like an inferno. You deal with sane people, crazy people. I would say that it was completely unexpected. So if you could give me something like that about your time at HP, if you have anything like that, I would,
Mhm.
a way to summarize. I know that it's hard to summarize 11 years, but something
Yeah.
like the most, something must pop out as if you have to explain to somebody who comes from outer space, how is it to work in HP?
Okay,
For
okay,
you, not for anybody else. For you, your personal experience.
okay. For my personal experience of these 11 years at HP, one of the things that I like most is the opportunity that HP gives me to make a difference. So when I get engaged to an escalation, to a situation, I got to step in front of a customer to join a meeting. I see that the customer, when they look at me and see HP, I'm the person there who's going to be making a difference. And I have the empowerment from the company to do so. And this is very amusing. This is very satisfying. And this is one of the most important things that I got, that I conquered along these 11 years, is the possibility to make a difference and to empower the empowerment of changing something to our customers.
That was excellent, but I had an audio problem on your word on conquering. So if you could repeat that.
What I can summarize about these 11 years of HP is the possibility and empowerment that HP gave me to make a difference for our customers.
So could you say HP empowers me to make a difference? Could you say something like this?
From these 11 years working at HP, I learned that HP empowers me to make a difference at our customers. So I have the tools, I have the processes, and I have the empowerment to sit in front of a customer representing HP and realize that I'm going to be making a difference for them. And this was a very important conquest that I got in the last 11 years at HP.
Excellent. Excellent. So now that's about it. But one last thing I'd like to ask you for is to say something like, this was my HP career story. Please feel free to contact me and ask me anything. Something in your own words.
Okay. So this was my story of my career at HP. I'm available to receive your questions, your contact. Feel free to reach me. I'm going to be very glad to talk to you. If you allow me an advice, best way to develop your career at HP is to step ahead and take care of your own actions. You are the one responsible for developing your own career. Don't wait for other people to do that for you.
Excellent. Now,
okay. That's part of it. I just came to my mind and I put it. I don't know if that's appropriate. Okay.
Oh, it's excellent. It's excellent because it's authentic. And I just from a technical perspective, I'd like to ask you to do one straight version of this. I mean, just say, so this is what...
I'm going to give the advice before, and then I'm going to make the closure.
Okay, right? Okay, great.
I realized along these years that the best way to develop your career is to step ahead and take care of your own actions. So don't wait for anybody else to take care of your career. You're responsible for your plannings, your wishes, and understanding your desires. So this was the story of my career at HP. I am available to talk to you. If you have any questions, want to talk to me, feel free to send me an email.
Excellent. But could you say your email is, could you say your email?
I can say my email, but it might not make sense because it's rogerio@hp.com, and my name is quite difficult for some people.
Oh, I see. So, okay, so I guess they'll have the email attached to the...
yes, because so when I say Rogerio to an American person, they just don't get it. I gotta say Roger.
I see. Okay. So, excellent. That was great. Thank you for your time again, and I really enjoyed it. And if, of course, we won't publish anything before consulting you, we'll show you the final piece. So you could say if you could authorize it. So we won't do anything without your permission. So that was great.
That is fair enough. I know that I owe you guys a couple of pictures. I really don't have them. I have to take them. But I'll do that. So don't worry, in the next 1 or 2 days, I'm going to manage to find someone here, take a couple of pictures for me, and I'll be sending you guys. So I know that I owe you guys that. I'm still missing that, but I don't have it here right now.
No rush, but just one quick tip for that. If you could